Don't tell anyone about this place. That's something you hear a lot when someone finds a hidden gem that hasn't fully been discovered yet. And today, we're taking you along with us to a secret spot in the Costa Rican jungle. But first, let's show you how we got here. First Costa Rica river crossing. A little scary. Looks kind of deep right there. What do we do?
We've been on the road for over 705 days, 27,000 miles under our wheels from the top of Alaska with the hopes of inching our way to the end of the road in Argentina, crossing borders in none other than the cheapest van we could find. We don't care what we look like, as long as we reach our goal.
Welcome back to Barely Squeakin By. We could risk the simple bridge. I don't know.
Okay.
Let's go take a look at the bridge.
Oh. Oh man. Bus is coming through.
Wow.
Let's see what it looks like.
I know.
I want to watch this.
I do too.
Hold on. Look at that. Whoa, no way.
There's no way we're doing that.
That's legit, dude. Costa Rica has many river crossings, and they fluctuate in depth throughout the year, depending on how much rain they get. It's currently rain season, so we're in it.
The bridge on the left is only made for what they call simple vehicles and anything under 3 tons. Anything heavier must cross the river.
Here's the thing. Jay thinks the van weighs about 3 tons, and that's the max this little bridge can hold, but the water's looking way too high. We immediately found ourselves faced with a split decision where either choice could have an unfavorable outcome. But adventure is found in taking risks. Crazy. Barely fitting.
What would you have done? Risk the river or risk the bridge?
Look at this. Max. 3-ton max.
The Rain-X and the wipers have been working like a charm. I'm also going to admit we've taken a liking to the rain and the storms here. It makes the jungle feel much more alive.
Oh, man.
We're up and about. It's 4:30 in the morning, so you know we got something cooking. Good thing for you, you don't have to wake up at 4:30. So let's go see what we got going on.
What are we looking at here? What is this?
Well, it's a turtle, but I don't know what kind it is. I think there's 3 different types of turtles that come up on shore. Like a green turtle, an Olive Ridley, and maybe one other, but I'm not really sure.
We had high hopes of seeing an aribata, which is where hundreds of turtles come to shore at once to bury their eggs in the sand. But since you can't plan nature, we were only blessed with seeing one lone mama turtle. That's incredible. Wow. She's like, is this the spot? No, this is the spot. Let's get a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
Look at those legs. That's like swimming.
Almost felt like we were watching something that shouldn't be seen. You can't use flash on your camera or any sort of white light or it would distract her. Another interesting thing is that they don't have ears, so they can't hear you talking.
They're hyper-focused on a mission to make sure their babies are properly placed in the ground. You could feel her pound her shell into the sand, packing it down to try to prevent predators from digging them up. Wow, that was so sad. I can't believe it did that. Many other visitors came to watch in awe as she tirelessly made her way back to sea. She was barely squeaking by, stopping every couple feet to gather enough energy to inch forward, leaving a trail behind like a warrior who fought the greatest battle for her family. And just like that, the waves crashed into her shell, welcoming her home.
We walked along the beach wishing there were more turtles to witness, but the more the sun began to rise, the more we knew it wasn't happening. We paid $20 per person for the experience. Turtles or no turtles.
On the bright side, it was only 6 a.m. and we still had a full day ahead.
Moto and a backhoe.
That's awesome.
That's how he gets home.
From his job.
Well, so he basically drives the backhoe to wherever he's going, and he's going to do some backhoe work. And the moto is how he returns home if he's going to be on that job for multiple days. It's smart.
Costa Rica is known for its lively beaches, and one of the most popular ones is called Tamarindo, so we had to check it out. So many people is what I gotta say about it. Crowded, so many kids, families.
Lots of sunburns, I'll say that. And another thing I noticed was the droves of tourists crossing the street, double fisting or double arm hooking their surfboards, going from the board rental right directly across the road to the beach where there was a pretty friendly beginner wave. It was just loaded with people. I don't know how many accidents there are there, but I'm sure someone's eating a surfboard every once in a while.
Another thing we saw is a bunch of horses.
Everybody has that romantic picture of a sunset ride on a horse along the beach in Costa Rica.
Yes, but like we said, we're really enjoying the rain here, so it did start raining, so no one was on the horses. But there's still other things to see. We got to see monkeys in the trees. Right in town, right there, right by the beach, monkeys. Love it. I'm not tired of them yet. I'm not tired of seeing them.
It's pretty easy to spot too, because when you see like tourists just staring up, like a crowd of people staring up in the trees, most likely they all have their phones out too. Well, that's our cue to pull over because we want to join that tourist party staring up into the trees with our phone.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, another thing that we saw was the amount of bikini shops, I can't even tell you. And they're all handmade, eco-friendly material and handmade right in the store. There was women sitting right there in the window sewing at their machines, and they would say something like, hey, pick out a bikini, any color you want, and we'll have it ready for you tomorrow at 8 a.m., for example. Unbelievable, but high prices, super high prices. I've never seen that in the US. Has anybody else seen that? Crazy.
It was pretty cool to see them sitting there.
It was neat.
And I mean, they just had a stack of material. Like any other tourist hotspot, there's fancy hotels everywhere, either right on the beach or just up the hill from the beach, giving that perfect sunset view. Smells good.
Yeah, it does. Look at these people. Surf life. We found a post office and we mailed out some postcards to friends, family, and patrons. We also made our way to a little bakery because it was said to have the most incredible cinnamon rolls in the area. They weren't kidding. They heated it up and the buttercream cheese frosting melted over the edges. It's like, holy cow.
$5 and we were so stuffed. We even split the cinnamon roll. I don't think anyone could eat a whole one in one sitting.
It was massive. It was way bigger than it looked. One more thing we want to mention is that everybody in this country says pura vida. I'm not saying it, no. Everybody in this country says pura vida. I'm not saying it right. Jay says it better than me, but what does it mean? We'd like to thank our newest patrons watching all the way from Las Vegas.
Glenn, Katie, and Case. Hey Case, check this out.
This one is Rambo.
And this is Paco.
And this one right here is apple juice.
And this one is Smokey. Pura vida. It means everything, actually. It means hello. It means goodbye. It means good. It means anything, really.
Cool.
When you come to Costa Rica, you don't need to speak Spanish. All you need to know is pura vida. It's actually really cool. It makes us laugh every time we hear it, you know, because it's just a universal word, universal phrase.
Yeah, I enjoy it because anybody who says it, they're smiling, and I think that's the sexiest thing that somebody can wear is a smile. So, Pura vida.
So keep smiling, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Is that one kind? That's like police?
Mm-hmm.
Here's where things got real. Upon returning to the van, we found out that we locked our keys in the car again. For those of you who are new here, this has become kind of a thing for us. I don't know why. It's always fun.
Then the rain came. You know how we said we liked the rain.
We tried everything to break in. After feeling desperate, I stood under a tree and I called the local tourist police and tried speaking Spanish to them, saying we were locked out of our car, but they didn't care. And he's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. So I was like, oh, awesome. They said, call a mechanic. And he asked me where we were located, and I told him exactly where we are.
Didn't matter.
And it didn't matter. The thing is, there was no mechanic near us. The closest was maybe an hour out, and there was no way we were leaving the van in the most popular tourist spot with our keys in the ignition. How's it going for you? I don't know who else to call for...
After trying all the metal scraps I could find on the ground to no avail, we spotted a construction worker on a balcony across the street. He walked us around asking all of his friends if they had a long steel rod laying around. I thought maybe I could open the door from the other side if we found one long enough, but nothing.
Before we knew it, a cab driver was trying to see if there was anything he could do, but no one had the right tools for the job. And not 10 minutes later, there was a whole audience of locals trying to see what all the commotion was about. I don't know how we always end up in these situations, but we do. With enough teamwork and an airbag to prop the door. Yeah! Awesome! They got it open.
$50 and we were back on the road. Locked the keys in the van. Didn't realize it till I went to get back in, and lo and behold, they're in the ignition. And yes, everyone that said I should have hit a key, you're right, I should have. But AuBrey and I don't see eye to eye on the hide a key technique. So it was a moot point, so I just let it go. And here we ended up with keys locked in the van again. Cost us $50, but we're on the road and we're going. It's life. I mean, we didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
We either take a taxi to a hardware store to try and resolve the issue ourselves, or we pay the guy that showed up that had the proper tools to wedge the door and unlock it.
This is true. We do not see eye to eye on the hide a key. This is another one of our great debates, and we want to hear it from the audience. What do you guys think? My take on it is everybody knows that is the #1 trick in the book is to have a hide a key. And when we first got this van in Idaho, when we picked it up, the guy said, hey, there's a hide a key on there. I already have one. Well, I just went around the rim and I found it in 2 seconds. So since we're on this trip, and this is our home and also our vehicle, it's everything we have is in here. I was like, why would we put a hide a key on for that reason?
The reason you'd put a hide a key on is so you don't have to pay $50 every time you lock your keys inside. And I'm confident that I could hide it in such a spot that you or anyone else is not going to find it in 2 minutes.
I'm confident I can find it.
We should maybe we should do something. Maybe I should hide a key, and if she can find it, I'll give her like $100 or something.
Oh, I'd find it.
We celebrated the small win by picking up some Chilean empanadas from the nicest lady. She hand makes everything from scratch and sells out every day. Man, that lady works hard.
Yeah.
Highly recommend this place. $4 per empanada, well worth it. Mine's the same.
Chilean empanadas with some hot sauce.
This is what we have to look forward to when we get to South America.
Good. Not knowing where we're going to park this van each night is the most terrifying and exhilarating part of this whole trip. We've slept in gas stations to parking lots, and sometimes we find those hidden gems that come out of nowhere. This might be the best kept secret in Tamarindo, Costa Rica, and it's called Antema Lodge. We ended up here by accident. This is one of those places you don't want to tell anyone about, but at the same time, you wish everyone could have the experience.
When you go to a place like this, it's new, you never know what you're gonna get. $25 a night.
Let me show you what this place has. It's pretty cool. There's this amazing bridge right over a river, right within a jungle. But that's not all. This incredible viewing deck, 360-degree views.
This is really different for us. Normally, we're staying in a campground, on the side of the road in a parking lot, but this is a full-on lodge.
The yoga studio with some hammocks right here that you can lay in, read a book, hang out in the jungle. Pretty much the chill spot that you want to be in. They have this incredible pool right here. It is so nice. Jay and I have used it a couple times already, and in Costa Rica, you need to have a pool. Right as we were in the middle of showing you how neat this place is, we heard a lady's voice from across the river.
Hola.
She explained that she was locked out of her home and that her keys were inside. She was speaking in French, but we still managed to understand. Jay got some tools from the van and we walked over to see if we could be of any help.
It looked like it was going to be quite the challenge, but I was able to free the lock without causing any damage.
Yay! SOS!
Only with the end. Yeah, because you see why?
And somehow, in that moment, everything came full circle from our experience in town. Returning the favor is a lesson to live by.
Oh, gracias.
No problema.
Oh, yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
You might think at first glance we've been talking this whole time about how cool this place in the jungle is. But now we need to introduce you to Esteban and Sonia.
It was not long enough, so I went and got one just a little bit longer.
They own this lodge and they are what truly make it special. They have been so kind to us.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sonia, je suis du Québec, Canada, et ça fait environ 4 ans qu'on est au Costa Rica.
And I'm Stefan, and we've been living here since 4 years, and we live in paradise in Costa Rica.
4 years ago, they sold everything they owned and moved here to live the Pura Vida lifestyle.
It is so inspiring to see somebody make such a huge change.
Well, she was working in a kindergarten, and I was a car journalist, so been a car journalist for 20 years.
They told us about their previous lives of working in a kindergarten and the other one being a journalist, and it was very inspiring to see that they could just make such a life change, and you could tell that it made a huge impact on their day-to-day lives. They seemed so happy every time we saw them, and I feel like that's probably one of the best decisions they've ever made.
Agreed.
Freaking cool.
I think that you have to give them a ton of credit moving to a foreign country with nothing except money in the bank.
And just completely starting over from scratch.
Wow.
Sonia is the cutest thing. I love foreign languages. Her accent is so freaking cute.
So she will say it in French, and then I'll say it in English.
Yeah.
So.
She doesn't speak a lot of English, and I don't speak any French, and so we met in the middle and we're speaking Spanish together, and it seemed to work out.
Yeah, you guys actually communicated really well together.
Yeah, it was great.
It was cute.
So yeah, a lot of people, they ask us, are you missing Canada? Are you missing your home place since? And we are not missing it at all because the people come and see us. You know, we have the place to have a lot of people here.
There's homemade gym equipment that was pretty neat looking, and monkeys pass over the bridge every afternoon.
Eh, wow, regarde ça.
A lot of people stay right in Tamarindo Beach where it's really crowded and loud, but we loved how it felt like we were in a private oasis with only a 10-minute drive to all the action and all the restaurants.
We were actually shocked they let us stay as overlanders in our camper van.
Each day they made us coffee in the morning. We had use of the pool and all the areas of the lodge. They allowed us to shower in one of the vacant rooms and it had hot water. They really went above and beyond for us van lifers who just pulled into their lot. They even washed and folded all of our stinky laundry for free. What do you got?
All of our laundry folded and everything. Man.
Wow.
I feel bad she folded it.
I know. Oh man.
Dude.
For free.
So nice.
Holy cow.
I know.
Impressed.
Wow.
Who does that?
I
They're
don't
such
know.
kind-hearted people. We just don't know how we got so lucky in pulling in there.
Great, great folks.
We had so much fun getting to know them, and we give them so much credit for trying to speak on camera. We are all alike in that sense. It is so hard to be filmed.
And that's one thing. And the other thing is, I forgot what I was about to say.
It's okay. It's still...
Canada, Québec.
You know.
No, no.
No, it's good. It's good.
No, it's no good.
No,
Perfect.
well, that was not the purpose. I was like,
It put Jay and I right back into the first day we ever made a YouTube video and how that felt. It's nerve-wracking.
It's hard. And then one little thing can just derail the confidence that you had, and it just goes downhill from there. It's like falling off of a cliff almost.
Yeah, but they were great, and we cannot wait to come back someday and visit. And we highly recommend anybody going there because, I mean, we found it on accident, and I think it's a hidden gem. Great place to be. Don't have to be in the tourist trap. It was wonderful. I thought the prices were fantastic too. To stay in one of those rooms right now is $50. I mean, in the US, $50 gets you like a Motel 6.
But I think that's just because it's slow season. The prices are subject to fluctuate depending on whether it's high season or low season.
But still, $50 a night, I mean, to me, I think that's pretty amazing.
It was worth it for sure. So glad we stayed there.
Yeah.
It was like a recharge for us because we had all the, the comforts, the creature comforts that we don't have here.
So, coming up next week, it's a
We don't know.
mystery. It's a mystery. You never know where we're going to end up. It's always something different with us.
We're flying by the seat of our pants and dragging you along with us.
Yeah, it could be something positive, or it could be just some...
We'll stop there. We're not going to try and anticipate
You never know.
what.
I mean...
All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
See you next Sunday, and as always, die living.
I never believed in love at first sight, but then you went and caught my eye, and I knew right then this was the first night of the rest of my life. I was never really brave back then, but I'm glad I went and took my chance, and I see right now that was the first night of the rest of my life.
Dude, my leg is so numb. My foot's asleep. Your leg's asleep from sitting there? How you guys liking us in the back of the van again? Do we miss this? Do we miss this interaction, or do we like the other types of videos? I like switching it up once in a while. I miss the intimacy of this little conversation room here.
It is fun mixing it up. What do you guys think? Do you want to see the same old, or do you want to click on the video not knowing what's going to happen?
Yeah.
and we live in
Costa Rica.
paradise.
Paradise.
Tell everybody about how much we weigh.
I'm guessing we weigh around 3 tons.
That guy's got a beer. This guy's got a shoe. Oh my God, he's just gonna do it.
Yeah. But I'd rather do that than try to go through that water. That water must have been this deep.
That's not gonna hurt.
No.
Why not?
Probably something you want back that way too.
Mine's like the half-hour way to get to the cinnamon rolls. So.
Totally worth it for a cinnamon roll for my wife.
Oh my God.
And then like further up into the boat, they don't feel like.
Ooh, whoosh.
Sure you want to live on a farm, huh?
Yeah. If you try one on and they're like, you want a little bit taken off here, a little bit added in over here, they were gonna do it for you right on the spot. Oh, it's slippery, babe. It's slippery. Oh man, we didn't sign up for this.
It's okay, we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, I never got a chance to ask if they could like custom make me a Speedo.
Look at him.
Yeah, the more relaxed, the more
casual, the better. Pura vida.
Yeah, that's right. You want to do it?
Yeah, I feel like everybody uses the hide a key method. I'm telling you, everybody uses it.
So we've been living here. I'm Stefan.
C'est ça, c'était concentré.
It's easier than breaking a window. It's like, man, all you got to do is go underneath and just feel around and you got it. You're in, and you're not only in, you're driving away our house.
What do you guys think? Do you think Aubrey could find a hide a key if I hide it?
Team AuBrey or Team J? What do we got?
I'm going with Team J because I'm pretty creative and I don't think you'd ever find it.
Oh man.
Ever.
Oh wow. You hear that?
Yeah. So
What in the world? Who's being a cutie?
okay, if you find it, you get $100. What do I get if you don't find it?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever you want. You being cute, huh? All right, it's up to the audience. It's up to the audience.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Majority rules.
Okay. Hide a key challenge or no hide a key challenge?
Yes. Let us know.